overseas and like in basically every other country in the world, financially stable, and you have that expendable cash to spend on buying lottery tickets, like
Expendable cash.
yeah,
Read between the lines. All right, so
travel or cars or family bills or stuff like that.
yeah, exactly.
So
Buy a satellite and launch it in air and
Yeah.
make
welcome back to Two Couch Talk, episode number 16.
Yeah.
I will be your host today, Jared Mannche.
Hey.
As you guys all know, I'm red hair, tattoos, all that good stuff. To my right, we have Eli Gavinci Raw. To his right is supposed to be Mr. Alex Busta, but he is over in Africa, volunteering at the wildlife reservations right now, helping to feed the tigers and the lions and the bears.
The bears, yeah. And
all
alligators,
that. Exactly.
crocodiles,
all the animals that need help. He's over there sweating and working in the sun. He's doing
zebras.
Yeah,
he's a good man, he's
doing his part.
He's doing his part. And then see, take from Alex and let's do you guys too. Go out there and do right.
Exactly.
We can all learn from Alex.
For sure, man.
For sure.
He's a really good role model.
Very good.
Way better than us.
Oh, without a doubt. We're just sitting here on the couch hanging out, doing nothing, and while he's out there saving the world.
Exactly, man.
One animal at a time.
It makes me so proud, man.
Just to say he's our friend.
Yeah.
And he's on the show.
I'm so honored.
So honored. Super.
Okay, well, now that's out of the way.
Yeah.
Let's get right into the topics.
Let's jump into this.
We got, 8 minutes on the clock, one topic each, 5 minute extras. And without further ado, let's begin.
Let's do this.
My topic for the day is going to be soccer or football for any other
football.
Yeah, for any other countries. All right. So I just wanted to talk about it because it's such a big sport overseas and like in basically every other country in the world,
except for America.
And we don't pay it any mind at all. Like, it's not like, oh yeah, it's up there with like American football and like basketball and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, it's down low, man.
Yeah.
It's down there with like tennis and golf.
I would say probably even maybe a little lower than that.
You think so?
Maybe like with Olympics. No, not Olympic swimming. It's lower than that. Because remember Michael Phelps and how everyone was.
Dude.
So it's like, it clearly was lower than that.
Yeah.
So fencing. It's like
sure.
Yeah, we'll just go with fencing. Yeah. For those who don't know what fencing is, it's where two men wearing white leotards and have like a little vest on their chest, have little swords with the rounded tips so that they can poke each other, and every time you poke someone, you get a point. That's where soccer's at in America.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. Cricket, I think, is even a little higher than
probably. Man, it's just bad.
It's really bad.
But
well, I gotta ask: are you an avid soccer watcher or even player here?
I used to play when I was a kid, and I watch a couple games only for like the teams that I like Real Madrid or Bayern Munich or
shout out Liverpool.
Yeah, no.
That's gonna make someone real happy that I said that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, those kinds, because those are all in different leagues.
Uh-huh.
So they they're at different times and everything. They play against different teams. So I like watching those. But I played like the FIFA games a lot. Those are pretty fun.
A lot of people tell me that, but I have never played a FIFA game in my life. But truth be told, I don't give two what's about soccer. I don't watch soccer. I don't play it. I have nothing to do with it. Shout outs to the people who do. If you guys do, I have nothing against you. That's your business. But personally, I don't want to sit there for an hour for a ball bouncing back and forth just to a team make 1 point or a 0-0 game like that. Just that's just too slow for me.
You could say the same thing about hockey. Hockey's basically the same thing, but with a puck.
True.
Bouncing back and forth, maybe only get 1 goal in an entire game.
That's true, but I actually also don't watch hockey.
Okay.
Like, out of all the sports, I actually watch the NBA. I watch
the most?
The most, yeah.
Okay.
Shout out Phoenix Suns. Bad year every year
sure.
for years, but shout out to
Hey, they made it to the finals, like, 1 time.
They actually made it to the finals. No, you're right. Yeah, 'cause that's the year that they went against the Bulls with Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Still, shout out to the Suns.
Shout out to the Suns, yeah. We'll keep repping you until the day we die.
Until dead day, And then shout out to the Cardinals, make it to Super Bowl, yeah.
Man, I hope Kyler Murray, right? I think that's his name.
Is that the new kid's name?
I think that's the new quarterback's name.
Yeah.
He looks pretty good.
He looks pretty damn good.
But soccer.
Soccer,
okay.
Yeah. We literally whoop.
Yeah. That's literally how much we don't care about soccer. We set up an entire topic for soccer, and in the first 2 minutes, we're already onto the sports that we watch.
Yeah, already completely off something.
So,
but to be honest with you, I mean, this is absolutely 100% true. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I really don't. I understand the whole premise of kicking the ball and fouls, but that's pretty much it for soccer. I don't really know any other rules. I don't really understand why the time frame is set the way it is, rather than it counting from a point to down. It's set from 0 and then up, instead of being reversed. I know that sounds ignorant, but there's certain things like that. And then the super hardcore diehard fans, like, why do you guys riot and all that? Like, I get it when the Lakers win and everyone out there riots and stuff.
But you got to think, okay, so like,
because basically it's the country who's there.
It's the entire country. It's not just like a city or a state. You got entire countries repping this one team, especially when they play in like the World Cup and stuff for the national teams.
Yeah.
Like, you got entire countries filling stadiums probably bigger than the biggest NFL stadium that we have.
That's true.
Filled
to the rim.
Yeah, and everybody's got their vuvuzelas.
Was that what those stupid
the giant horns?
Okay,
they're called vuvuzelas.
I have never known that.
Yeah,
I've always wondered what those were. I always figured it was like the beer bongs. You remember the?
Yeah.
And they drink it and make noises out of
it. So they have those. They're screaming. They paint their faces. They buy jerseys. They, do everything that they can. So the fan base is pretty hardcore.
That is not a joke. I do see that, especially when the World Cup rolls around and you see all these people popping up out of nowhere, and it's like they're really, really into it.
Yeah. So I really wish I could go, or I guess like one day I'll probably go, but like I really like to go to a actual soccer match. A lot of times, two of the biggest teams, Real Madrid and Barcelona, will come to the U.S. and play a game, like a head-to-head game. They're in the same league, and so they'll like play each other in the U.S. for like a game. And I think, what was it, like 2 years ago? It was at the stadium.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was right over there, and it's a huge event, and that's, I don't know, I guess like the atmosphere and everything is really
really contagious.
Yeah, like enticing. Like I want to be a part of it.
Well, I mean, okay, so I can put this out there. One of my favorite things to actually do if I like to train, but is boxing. I love boxing. I love watching it, and I know in a lot of ways, a lot of people do say that is a dying sport. There is a lot of diehard fans, and truth be told, I am one of them, where I would like to actually go physically see it. And the times I've gone to see it, I've always enjoyed it. But that to me is like, that's why I do like boxing, because outside of our country, there is a lot of still existing boxing throughout the world. It's just like, but in reality here in America, it's just not as prevalent as it is now, because UFC basically that's what the fighting league is for America now, or Americans.
Well, back when Muhammad Ali and Frazier and everything were boxing.
Ooh, good old Joe Frazier.
those were the glory days.
Those were the glory days. And then you fast forward to the heavyweight era of Mike Tyson, Vander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, and I mean the list is huge. Oscar De La Hoya, etc. That was still when it was making billions, probably billions of dollars at the time. And then now, fast forward, it does make millions, but it's not like the way it was then.
No,
where it's like everyone would go to someone's house because they had it on pay-per-view, and we're talking like the whole family or all the friends, and everyone was there watching it. So it was like such a big deal. Oh,
that's it.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Soccer,
which we kind of
soccer to me.
It's kind of weaved around it, but it's okay.
It's okay. How do you guys feel about soccer? Do you guys diehard fans? Do we have any fans actually watch the show who are fans of soccer? If so, let us know in the comments and defend yourself, like without a doubt. Explain to us why soccer is so disliked in America.
Yeah,
I mean that's a good
that's a good one.
That's a good question
for sure.
All right, so would you like to use your 5?
No, I'm good.
All right, I'm good too. I'm
right.
pretty sure we discussed soccer well enough,
as far as we could at least.
At least, you know.
Okay, so that was soccer. My first and only topic for the day, and then now we're gonna move on to Eli Gavinci Raw. What would you like to talk about today?
All right, so today I would like to talk about the lottery. So this is gonna be the first part of it, and then the second part.
Okay.
First part is, how do you feel about the lottery? Think it's something that's really good, could be bad. The second part of it is, if you were to win and would say like 100 million,
okay,
what would you do? Would be the first thing you purchase, and or how do you think it would affect your life? All right, so let's begin.
You already started the timer? Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so I think it's kind of good, you know, like one or a couple lucky random people out there can win, because if you get 5 numbers without like the Powerball or whatever the Mega Millions ball is called, like that extra one, you still get $1 million.
So yeah, you still could be
or you get like 100,000, or you get like $10,000 if you get 4 numbers.
You know, and I know you and I could
could use 10, an extra 10.
Yeah, 10 would be nice right now.
Yeah,
I could really,
for sure.
You know, put it out there. You know,
hey, if anybody wants to slide me $10K, I have Venmo.
Yeah,
or Cash App, or whatever.
I'll make a new app.
Exactly.
Just to be able to. Yeah.
Exactly. But I do think it can be bad because some people fixate on it too much.
I agree with you. Yeah, because it's moderation in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I mean they'll spend so a lottery ticket is like $2 at least here.
Yeah.
So they'll buy like say 10 tickets every single drawing, and there's 2 drawings a week. It's Wednesday and Saturday, I believe.
Okay.
I believe it's Wednesday and Saturday. And they'll spend, they'll get like 10 tickets, so like $20 for each drawing. So you're like, $40 a week.
$40 a week, X amount of time. That kind of adds up.
Exactly. It'll add up pretty quick.
Especially if it's like you didn't win at all.
Yeah, like if you didn't get anything.
Yeah.
So I do think it can be bad for people who put too much into it, but it's kind of like gambling in a sense. I mean, I guess it is gambling.
It is,
but
to be honest.
But I don't know. Your chances are a lot lower than if you went to like a casino and played blackjack, or if you, poker or something, or slots or whatever.
That is true.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's good in moderation.
In moderation, yeah. Because I think it could be a bad thing, and the reason why it could be bad is like, let's say you did win. Not you specifically, but just in general, if you were to win and you're like, oh, wow, I have hundreds of millions of dollars now. And then you go ass out crazy where you're like, I'm going to buy everyone houses, all my friends and cousins.
Exactly.
And then you're like, I'm going to buy extravagant cars. I have money up the ass that I don't have to worry about ever again. And then like that, they're broke. They're broke. Matter of fact, they might even be more broke than when they won the lottery. And, it's just like, wow, it's just. I see, you see the stories, the horror stories of people getting screwed over.
Exactly.
Or this person was being like blackmailed to give someone else money, or, something wild or crazy like that.
Yeah. Or like, I hear about people who, like, family members will be like, hey, yo, I could really use this, or like old friends that you haven't talked to in like 10 years come back and they're like, hey, yo, Jared, how you doing, man?
How
you doing good?
Doing good. I heard you won that lottery. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, why? What was it?
What's up?
Yeah. It's like, I haven't seen you since kindergarten.
I need some money. I was like,
yeah, my grandma hurt and her legs fell off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, sorry to hear that. Hope the best wishes.
Hope you do good.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So I do think it can be bad, for sure. But
all right.
I don't know. As long as you're like financially stable and you have that expendable cash to spend on buying lottery tickets, like let's say, I don't know, maybe that was an extreme, but if you have like, you buy one ticket for every drawing, like $4 a week, that's not too much. But as long as that's expendable cash that you don't need for bills and other stuff, I don't see a problem with it, because that's your money. You can do whatever you want.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, he said the key word, expendable cash.
Yeah.
He didn't say this was the money you're going to use for food or to pay your bills. Expendable. That means money that can be burned. Literally. Like, it doesn't matter if you were to give it to a homeless guy or buy something with it at the dollar store or something like that. It's expendable cash.
Yeah.
Read between the lines. All right. So how would you do second part? What would be the first thing you bought? Let's say just $100 million. Boom, you won.
Just showed up in my bank account.
Boom, yeah.
Shoot. The first thing I'd buy is a 350Z.
350Z.
A Nissan 350Z, because that's my dream car. I've wanted that car for since I was 16, so 5 years, almost 6 years now.
Would you buy one already that's been souped up and fixed, or would you buy one that's like basic as possible and then you soup up and fix it?
As long as it drives well, I'd buy like the stock version and then add my own stuff to it.
Nice.
But I'd do that. I'd probably get a house. I don't know if I'd buy a house. Maybe I'd still might maybe get a mortgage on it, because you can, if you invest I'd definitely invest like a lot of it into, real estate or stocks or something like that, to try and make something out of it.
Exactly.
Let
your money make you money.
Exactly. So what a lot of people don't understand is like, oh, here, I'm going to here's $1 million for this house. And it's like, well, if I got a 30-year mortgage on this house and my mortgage is, I don't know, it's $1,500 a month. This is very.
Yeah, this is just open-ended. Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so let's say it's like $1,500 a month for your mortgage for that 30 years. You could, if you invested that money, you could make more money than what you're spending on your mortgage, instead of throwing away $1 million like that. Yeah,
just off the top. Yeah,
exactly.
Because in reality, the market might crash or something might happen, and that house might actually end up being only worth $300,000 by the end of that year, or that one time frame of when you actually did it. I mean, because
so it's a lot.
It's just like it's like a gambling. You're gambling with the potential of because it's like, first thing I would do was I'd buy a house, and then after I bought a house, I would buy multiple properties and then just rent them out. And after I'm done doing that, but the first thing I would want to do is make it affordable, like reasonably affordable, and then see if I can interview the people beforehand who rent it, and see if it's like genuine people who actually need help, and not like just some dickhead who's just like, I'm just gonna, this is nothing. Then it's like, well, I'm gonna charge you nothing, and then good luck with that. I would try to do that, try to make some like affordable housing, and then if I could, maybe try to if I had enough money, try to build a complex, or if not, just buy a complex. That's the end of that.
All right. Would you like to use your 5 minutes, sir?
That's all right. I got they got the gist.
Yeah.
How about you? 5?
No, I'm good. I said what I needed to say.
Exactly. All right.
So I guess that's it. Episode number 16 is in the bags.
It's in the books.
We were talking about soccer
Soccer.
and the lottery.
The lottery.
So, pretty chill topics for today.
Yeah. And how do you guys feel about it? What would you guys spend your money on if you won, let's say, $100 million? And let's just exclude the whole tax thing. Just say that no taxes are being taken out of it. That's your money, $100 million. Boom. What would you do with it? I would honestly bet money that a good percentage of people are gonna say housing first.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
as long as I had a stable
household
lifestyle,
yeah,
then I would move money around. Like expendable, like we said.
Expendable,
expendable cash.
That's
like as long as I paid what I needed to pay, then I could start divvying up money to where I wanted to travel or cars or family bills or stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
buy a satellite and launch it in air and make your own cell phone service, so you never have to pay for cell phone service ever again.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
That's it.
So thank you guys for tuning in today.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We're sorry that Mr. Alex Busta couldn't be here today, but he's got his responsibilities and
to the lions and alligators and crocodiles and zebras and vultures.
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 Yeah. That's a big one.
That's a big one. You gotta love the vultures. They're bald,
Yeah.
They get the sunburn bad.
Yeah. They need sunscreen, hair loss treatment.
Yeah.
It's a rough life for them.
Very much so.
So hopefully he'll be back next week. I can't make any promises.
No guarantees.
He kind of goes where the people need him.
Yep, exactly.
Where the animals need him. And we'll definitely be back next week.
We'll be back.
We're both lazy and unproductive. So we just sit around all day.
Sit around, do absolutely jack squat.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even edit these videos.
Man.
They just magically happen on their own.
That is way too much work. So we'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on that post notification bell, all that good stuff. And we'll be back next week for episode number 17.
Yeah, with me hosting.
Okay, don't tune in next week. 2 weeks. 2 weeks I'll be back hosting.
Gotta come on. Remember, gotta bring those numbers up for
episode
this side.
18, Jared's hosting. Tune in there. And okay, bye, guys.
Yeah, all right. See you next week.
See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.